Alright, so this is going to be kind of a continuation of my earlier video. Again, I'm just kind of learning this whole camera thing out. I'm not real comfortable with it, but and I'm also learning how to speak. If you're having a hard time understanding me, I had dental implants 4 months ago, full mouth, all on fours, basically. So I had my permanent set put in yesterday. So my tongue is getting used to the prosthesis in my mouth. So I'm doing my best to enunciate, slow down, and speak clearly. However, I'm working out, so I'm out of breath. So if you watched my video earlier, I don't know if I'm gonna make this in 2 parts or not, but I don't know how to edit videos, honestly, so I'll probably just do this in 2 different videos. But for that reason, if you're having a hard time understanding me, bear with me, I'm trying, I get it. Anyway, I'm gonna do, in the video earlier, I did incline bench press, so we're hitting upper chest, and then I stayed in the same spot where I did, used the same incline bench and did incline dumbbell curls. So with that same thought process, for camera angle purposes, I'm not gonna move around here. I'm gonna go with the flat bench, and I've set the preacher curl at the end of the flat bench, so I can just sit up and go directly into curls. I'll do some talking. I'm gonna need a minute between sets anyway to catch my breath. But I just want to kind of show you guys what I do. I've been training. I was the kid in high school that met my coach at the gym before class at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I trained before going to school. Did every athletic event: football, basketball, baseball, track, all those things. But I was always dedicated to lifting. So I've been doing this, again, I'm 49, so since I was really 14 or 15 years old. So we're talking a long time, 30 plus years, 35 years. But anyway, so I'm gonna go into a flat bench, and then I'm gonna change hand positions on this preacher curl. I rotate from the outer to hit the outer head, and then I'll rotate to the inner part of the easy bar on the next set, from set to set, to get different parts, different angles of the bicep. And on bench, same concept. I'm gonna do a regular flat bench to start, and then I'm gonna, every other set, flip my palms around, and I'll be doing a palms up grip and pressing out. And what that does is, even on a flat bench, when you're pressing with your palms up like this, it hits more of your upper chest. So I'll be rotating between those two. I'll be on the same machine or exercises. I'll just be rotating hand position to change which part of the chest and which part of the bicep I'm actually hitting on each exercise. But I'm gonna start with flat bench. Again, I've already done incline. If you're just joining this, you didn't see my video earlier. I just got into doing incline and incline dumbbells. So I'm not going really heavy, at least for me anyway. But to just keep the weight not comfortable, but to the point where I'm doing the exercise correctly. And then without BSing too much, what you can do to maximize your time when you're training is set the next exercise up like what I just did here. Because now I'm setting up and I'm doing bicep and chest, right? So while my chest is resting right now, I'm gonna do biceps. And so when my biceps are resting, in a second when I'm done, I'll go back to chest. So you can go back and forth. And again, to each their own. I'm not saying that, everyone's right. Everyone's got an opinion, and they're all great. You see those like memes or whatever it's called, where you have the thing on your social media and it has this big X over how not to do shit, and there's a big check mark on how to do shit. I think I would say both are right.
because it just depends on the person. You know, swinging is okay when you're trying to get heavy reps, when you're trying to blast your muscle. You know, obviously injury is the biggest problem. So doing things incorrectly are something you need to worry about. But if you've been doing this long enough, like I have and other people like me, you know, you can kind of cheat on certain exercises. But point is, I went down a different rabbit hole there, but the point is, it's you can set up this to where I'm going directly from chest to biceps. So I'm not talking other than to myself and to the camera, but too often, back when I used to train at commercial gyms, I would hate it. I'm the guy that would wear a hat down really low on my eyebrows, have my headphones in. I'm not looking at anybody, making eye contact. I'm not listening to anyone. But I'm going from set to set to set because I'm there to do work, son. You know, I'm not there to socialize. So it drives me crazy when some dude would be sitting at the bench press playing on his phone and I'm waiting to get in there. So again, I have the luxury because I've made my own, you know, studio gym here. I've got everything I need. Well, I'll show you guys later, but I've got everything here. So I have the luxury of not worrying about, you know, having to wait on exercises. So, you know, I've decided to go ahead and start documenting my journey. So I'll be doing this. I'm going to contradict myself because I'm talking to a phone and I'm looking at a phone. But for educational purposes, I'm doing this. But also just to document my own progress. You know, you watch other people, you know, and you kind of, I don't know, like I'll see the guy at the gym with a tripod, at least I used to look at it this way, and be, what a douche, you know, what are you trying to do? You're trying to, you know, film this for your 7 followers. But I've changed my thought process on that. You know, I think that you can document your own journey, and we all have different journeys. And I think it's good, or if no one's looking at this, or you're documenting your own deal and no one's looking at it, who cares? Do it so that you can look at yourself and see the improvements. You can go back and even look a month ago, 2 months ago, at my shorts. In my shorts, I've got gut, I've got skin hanging here or there, because I was on a soft diet for my dental implants and I couldn't eat anything that was worth a shit, that was for muscle building. So even in the last few weeks, I've changed that, and you can see my progress. And my point is this, is that I'll be able to go back, and anyone for that matter, and look at myself in April or May when I first started this channel and started documenting my journey. And then when I go into my show on December 7th, in 100 days from today, my first Classic Men's Physique show, dude, I'll be a different animal, you know, but it just holds you accountable. You know, committing to a show, you know, putting it out there into the universe on the line, as the kids say, you know, it holds me accountable to make sure that I follow through. And that's something that, you know, it's like I don't need a workout partner. I've never had an issue with motivation or discipline. I am a model of consistency when it comes to the gym because I love it. But, you know, doing something and having a goal, I think is good for you, good for me, anyone. Set that goal and go chase it, but speak it into existence. Because if you just think about it, you're just dreaming. You know, the difference between a dream and a goal is a deadline. You know, we can all dream about, oh, I'm going to do this one day. I'm going to do that one day. I looked up and realized I was that guy. I'm going to do a bodybuilding show one day. I'm going to do that, you know, blah, blah. Well, listen, the time is of the essence. Now, there is a goal. There is a deadline. I'm going to make it, and I'm going to do this. So, again, rambling, but I'm going to go directly into underhand grip, press the same position. I'll come down a little bit lower. It'll be hard to see on camera. I'll come down a little bit lower and press it. But when I'm doing that, I'm pressing the weight out. You can see the ripples in my chest. And when I come in here, you're hitting more upper chest. Just by turning your hands from a regular flat bench to an underhand grip. I'll keep the weight the same. I've got 225 on here, which is plenty for me, especially that I'm already into my workout. And I can really feel that, like, up in here. You know, I met with my Sheila Brown, who's going to be my posing coach. And you know, it's hard to hear people critique you, but you got to hear it so that you can get better. And she's like, you need to work on your upper chest and your upper back. You know, I look good to the naked eye, but when you're being judged by judges, literally, you need to focus on that. So I'm focusing on my upper chest because I've always had a good lower chest. You know, that's been one of my strong suits. So going into the show, I'm still gonna do some decline flies, decline presses to get the lower chest, but I'm not gonna focus on that as much. I'm gonna really try and tear up the muscle fibers on the upper chest to prepare for the show. Anyway, so like I said, I had the grip out here on these preacher curls before. I'm coming inside meaning close together, right here on these easy bars. And so I'm changing where this is gonna hit the head, the bicep head, the inner part of it, just by changing the grip, how I'm gripping the bar. And I don't know if you know what a Scott curl is. I prefer a Scott curl over a preacher curl because I feel like the angle is better. But again, for demonstration purposes on this video, it's just easier for me to have this set up this way so that I don't have to have the camera follow me around. I just put it in a stationary spot and talk and lift. And quite frankly, I'm losing track of however many I'm doing, but you know, who cares? I'm going till almost failure. I'm leaving a little bit, you know, so of energy for the next set, which, you know, I wouldn't encourage. I try and maximize every set, but again, I'm trying to be instructional and try and talk. So it's one of those things where do what I say, not what I do, kind of things. But again, this is my first attempt at recording myself, and so I'm gonna learn. Hopefully you guys can bear with me, and I'll get better at this. Speaking on camera, I'll learn how to edit, those kind of deals. And when my buddy Randy's in here recording with me, we'll be able to, you know, take these things and like, he'll be able to cut it up basically, where I can maybe talk in between and not be so rushed. But I'm going right back into flat bench, hands back here. So I've done one set of each, I've done one here, one here. Now I'm going back here again. I'll do 4 sets total to complete this part of the mid-chest workout and bicep workout. But we're going back to a normal grip, flat bench, keeping my elbows low to keep the pressure off of my shoulders and just press them out. Really simple, basic stuff. Sometimes you don't have to overthink training. Sometimes a simple bench press, a squat, a deadlift, you know, the 3 basic exercises in bodybuilding sometimes not sometimes, are always going to be the staples in your routine. Me, having the surgery issues that I've had and the spinal issues that I currently have, unfortunately I have to stay off the squat rack. I'll do them, but I'm not doing heavy squats anymore. Anything when I'm plate loading my spine, it's hard, man. And I said this before in my video earlier, you know, telling yourself that, or speaking to the 22-year-old kid that's gonna watch this, you know, he's an old man, and, you know, I'll be fine when I'm at his age. You need to be careful, you know. Putting a lot of weight is gonna eventually catch up with you. So you gotta do it to get stronger. I'm not saying don't press a lot of weight. Don't try and, you know, do your PRs and all that kind of stuff. Because we all want to know what we can lift. But I would say, just be careful, because anyone that's lifted long enough knows, you know, you want to preserve your body as you get older. And I'm now that old man that's preaching to you about you know, protecting yourself. But, you know, look, I graduated high school at 6'1½", and I'm under 6 foot now, because my spine has just been compressed. So set up the top camera so that I can up some weight on this real quick. But now I'll go back to the bicep, where I'm outside grip on this one, banging out, okay? I know I'm talking a lot. I'm actually surprised in myself that I'm talking this much, but anyway. And making crazy facial expressions and grunting a little bit is a good thing. It helps motivate yourself. I've heard you can't do that at Planet Fitness, but I don't go there. I've never been a screamer. I'm not one of those guys that says, look at me when I'm working out. I'm not saying do that, but I do think it helps you kind of put your mind into the muscle. You know, I'm an Arnold guy. I have Arnold posters all over my gym here. You can probably see one right back there, but they're all over the place in here. And one of the things that Arnold nailed it on is that you can see guys that are in the gym for 5 hours and they look like shit, you know, and they trained with him. And what he's simply saying is because those guys are in there just going through the motions. If you get in here and you think about what you're doing, as simple as that sounds, you know, it's like, of course I'm thinking about what I'm doing, I'm training chest. No, get inside the muscle. When I'm sitting there on that preacher curl, I'm focusing on flexing that bicep out, putting that head on there, you know, like really flexing in and out, the lower and the upper. Same with chest. If you really think about what you're doing while you're doing it, it's really, they're connected, man. They're connected. It's like the mentality of training. People look at me and again, I'm almost 50, you know, but I'm in really good shape because I've taken care of my body. But they're like, so they think it's a vanity thing. Well, you know, like you're a gym rat because like what you want to look the way you want to look. Well, sure, but it's also a mental thing, man. You feel better, you know, like everything is connected. The mental part, the physical part, the emotional part, you know, you get into a workout routine and you change your body, you change your mindset. It changes your life. So for me, I don't know where I would be without my gym environment, without my fortress of solitude, my training regimen, because for me, it's not just looking good, it's feeling good. The endorphins, the dopamine, all the things that come along with getting that pump, it's like getting high, man. It's like getting high, but it's a natural high, and it's awesome. All right, we're going back to flat bench, palms up, boom, hitting upper part of the chest. And I don't know if you can tell, but I have a 3D Smith machine. They're amazing. I'm not really, I was a Smith guy growing up, but it limits your range of motion because the Smith machine is set where it's only going vertically, right? So you're not being able to, you know, move naturally like you would on a regular barbell, the barbell. The Smith machine, a 3D Smith machine moves laterally and vertically. Back in, up and down and sideways. Sorry, I can't think. So I have a really free range of motion. I can get back there and it's moving like a regular barbell, but also gives me the stability because this is my garage and I train alone 97% of the time. So I have a little bit more peace of mind knowing I have that rack that I can throw it up on, you know, another spotter, if you will, if I get stuck. So I really am a fan of the 3D Smith machine because it's really it's not a Smith machine. It's a free bar. You can do squats, or you can do curls, standing barbell curls. And if you go back and look at, you know, some of my previous shorts or my workout videos, you can see me doing curls on that, and that bar is moving with my body. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, biceps, inside grip for this last one. Now I'm thinking about what I'm doing. That my biceps all the way out, relaxing all the way up. I'm going to go, I said I was only going to do 4 sets, 2 of each hand position. I lied because I'm not happy with how that finished. I want to go get more. So I'm going to go lay right back down and knock out a set of flat bench and come right back to this without stopping. Hopefully I won't talk too much. All right, one more set of curls, and I'm gonna wrap this video up. I'm gonna stay palms. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do probably 12 reps, but I'm gonna switch my hand position halfway through. I'll do 6 in and 6 out. I will start out first, and then I will move my hands in after the 6th rep. Okay. Alright, hands in. Alright, so that's a good, so turn this on. That is a good way to wrap up the chest and bicep workout. And I'm telling you, man, I mean, if you can focus on staying from one station to the other, you can knock out a good workout, 2 different body parts really rapidly. I mean, I've got a good pump, and I haven't even gone to my lower chest, or even the next thing I'll do, and I'll record it next and I'll post it later. But I'll have this in a three-part workout where it's 20 something minutes each, but I'll do decline flies with hammers. I have not done the outer head of my bicep yet by doing hammers. But you know, it's just, again, something you guys can think about changing your workout, doing chest and biceps together where you can rest your chest and do your bicep. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching me today. If you're just stumbled across this video and you want to check out what I'm doing, please, like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. I'm new to this whole social media deal, so I'm kind of throwing myself out there. But I'm making videos on dental implants. I had some health issues with periodontal disease. Had full extraction all 32 of my teeth 4 months ago, and had all full mouth, they're called all on 4, or in my case all on 6 dental implants, which is why I kind of have a list, because I have all new fake prosthesis in my mouth, so it's hard to speak. But I'm documenting a lot of things, so if you want to follow along for the dental implant deal, cool. If you want to follow along and see my workouts, cool. I have some other things that I'm doing with regard to addiction recovery. I've been an addict my entire life. Went to federal prison, was raided by the FBI, lost my house, cars, everything. Did many years in prison. I also did 9 months in residential drug treatment. I did another 6 months in a halfway house. So, I've been there, done that, learned my lesson, I've changed my life. But my addiction now, I've been sober for 19 years, going on 20 years from illegal narcotics. I quit I'm in the bar business and I've owned bars after I got out of prison, and I'm kind of going into another realm now where I'm dedicating my career to training, and I'm speaking this into existence, I will own and open my own gym here very soon. So you can follow along for any reason, but no matter what your reason, I'd appreciate it. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, and drop your comments down below. Tell me what I'm doing wrong or what I'm doing right. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks, guys. God bless.